My name is Glenn Stearns, and with hard work, I'm worth a load of money. No, I'm not gonna say that. That one was.
But you just did.
I did, didn't I? Last year, I took the ultimate challenge. I gave up my name, money, and contacts and went undercover. I have never been to Erie, Pennsylvania. Using only local resources and connections, I took $100 and built a business worth $750,000 in just 90 days.
Yeah.
Proving the American dream is still alive. But since then, everything has changed.
We've had this big public health crisis. Now we have a big economic crisis.
You have small businesses that might be going bankrupt.
Every hour, every day counts for these small businesses.
Now, instead of building my own business, I'm facing an even bigger challenge, keeping the American dream alive for all of us.
I don't know that I can last 3 more weeks.
Just working and trying to survive, you just get caught up in that.
When the bank needs to collect, my personal assets are part of what they can collect.
I'm going back to Erie. Last year, I fell in love with the city to save as many businesses as I can, including my very own Underdog Barbecue. But if we can't figure this out, I might sell the company. The world's biggest businesses all started small, and I know better than anyone what it's like to have nothing. But I believe that everyone's got a chance to make a comeback, just like I did. I came from nothing. I failed 4th grade and fathered a child at age 14. You never know what kind of potential someone has. Giselle, it's Glenn. I'm bringing every resource to bear. Show me the money. My name.
There you go, show them how to do it.
The business principles that led to my own success. It needs to be you doing the work and my contacts. I'm gonna pull a big favor. This time I'm putting my closest friends undercover.
How you doing, sir? Oh, my God.
Before it's too late.
Every time we need him, he's let us down.
Hell no, enough is enough.
I've got people crumbling all around me. The average small business only has 27 days of cash reserves. So I'm giving them exactly that to make a profit.
You show me what to do, I'll do it.
I found my American dream. Now I'm on a mission to help others reclaim theirs. I have your valuation.
What?
I am going to go meet Giselle from the Tipsy Bean. Giselle reached out to me because she is desperate. She's on the verge of losing her coffee shop, which would not only be a blow to the city of Erie, but to her family's savings as well.
I am Giselle Luttrell. I'm 39, and I'm the owner of the Tipsy Bean Coffee and Cocktail Cafe. Hey, Jeff. Hey, Ted. Good. How are you? I had a vision for starting a coffee shop that also had cocktails because it's something that would be really unique, not just for the cafe, but for my city. Opening the cafe was a big step for me, having been recently divorced and on my own, trying to get on my feet financially. And I really wanted to own my own business and realize that freedom of choosing what you do, choosing when you do it, who you do it with, that is what drives me. The espresso martini is like my favorite. Want to do 3 of those? 3. It took almost a year to get this cafe open. My father and I did everything. We built out the benches, the tables, the coffee bar. I don't think we'd ever had concentrated time together like that. He was in the military. You know, he'd be gone 6 months and a year at a time.
I'll give you the light one.
Thanks.
Yep.
All her years growing up, I never had the chance to work side by side with her. And so when she needed a hand, I wanted to be there for her. And that means a lot to me, personally. It means a whole lot.
My dad has not only stretched himself thin, he should weigh 100 pounds less. He has physically and emotionally, financially given everything he could give to me for this dream.
I remortgaged my house to help her get this business started. I personally would just love to retire and enjoy life, but I want help my daughter as much as I can. I believe in her wholeheartedly. That's why I've put my time, my money into her. I feel proud of what Giselle's vision is. If I didn't, I wouldn't have mortgaged my house over it.
Okay, I'll have the cake.
Right out the starting gate, the cafe did fantastic. It started to fizzle out last summer, though, and then in walks COVID. March 17th, I won't forget it. I'm like, you gotta be me. Really, without people going to work as much with the morning traffic, we've lost a lot of that get your coffee in the morning kind of a traffic. People weren't going to work. Nobody was coming in for their meetings.
Have to be innovative, and that's where I started focusing on the baked goods.
People really love what she does. It's not just a cupcake, it's something she designs. It's almost like a work of art.
She'll sell out of cakes really quick, like almost every day.
It has been a survival tactic, and I'm ready to get out of survival mode.
At this point, I don't know that I can last more than 3 more weeks. I am desperate for some direction.
Like so many business owners across America today, Giselle is struggling to stay afloat. But I can see her ability to pivot and fight through tough times, and I can work with that. I love the surprise. Giselle, it's Glenn. How you doing? Good. I've been so excited to see you. You got such great energy. I can just feel it. All right, we're gonna figure it out, you and me.
Yes. I have been preparing, I feel, my whole life for this opportunity, and I feel like I'm about to shoot off like a rocket ship, honestly.
How are you?
So let's get started.
Let's do it. We got 27 days. What a beautiful place back here.
Thanks. I got the double lot. I own both the buildings.
Oh, really? Yeah, that's great. Tell me about Tipsy Bean. Why Tipsy Bean?
My ultimate goal for starting the Tipsy Bean was to have a community-based cafe that is supporting Erie.
I love the dream, right? How do you get that dream to help pay your bills? So you're doing coffee and
cocktails,
alcohol.
yeah.
You're also baking then?
I do all the baking. I've been baking my whole life. I love baking. And I have strongman services.
What's
In
that?
the past
Tell me
year.
about that.
So strongman services is property maintenance. We've put mainly our focus on janitorial, fencing, handyman repairs.
Who runs that? Do you run that?
I run that, yes.
I mean, I've been around Erie a lot, and I haven't seen a setup like this. It seems like, are you one of the only ones that has a setup with such a wonderful backyard?
I am the only one that I know of.
Wow. During the pandemic, when customers feel safer socializing outside, this backyard space could be a potential gold mine for Giselle. No other coffee shop in town has this kind of real estate. She needs to be capitalizing on that. I would love to see what's going on inside, if you would mind showing me around.
Absolutely. Let's get you an apron on real quick.
Okay. Just like I remember it. You go through this back and forth all the time, or is it, or we have?
Constant. It's constant.
Constant back and forth.
Back and forth.
Okay.
It's kind of a arduous process going back and forth between spaces. It's great for a workout, but it's not necessarily great for productivity.
Giselle's kitchen is split between 2 buildings. Little inefficiencies can add up to big mistakes. They wear people down and make them feel scattered. Every minute she's wasting time, she's pouring money down the drain.
So you just pulse it with the button, and we just want to get that completely emulsified. That's it. Because of the pandemic, the cocktails that we offer significantly dropped off. I decided that something has to change. So I switched to doing my own in-house baking to be able to sustain through it. I'll have to get up at 5 or 6 so that I can start that. And then sometimes that baking will last till 8 or 9 o'clock at night.
So you're in here 6 a.m. to 8. If you're cooking the whole time, who's doing the quality control of everything?
You're looking at quality control, HR, CEOs.
Are you wearing all those hats? A lot of times, small businesses, they work in a business instead of on a business. And Giselle, she is too involved in the details. She needs other people to come in and help do that so she can think bigger. You don't have to be a coffee shop owner like Giselle to learn from Giselle's mistakes. You can be a carpenter, you can be a printer, you can be any small business in the world, but you have to find other people as good as you. You have to. That's the only way you grow. You got a lot on your plate.
I've been questioned as to whether I am being stretched too thin, but how do I get out of the kitchen baking every single day? How do I get out of running the cafe every single day so that I can start realizing some of those bigger goals and visions for this place.
So what's the average cups poured a day?
All drinks considered, on average, 20 to 40, depending on the day, a slow day versus a busy day.
In a good location, the small coffee shop is like 200 cups a day.
You didn't know.
I did my research before I arrived. I'm a numbers guy, and Giselle's magic number is 200 cups of coffee a day. That's what a profitable coffee shop of her size should be producing, and she's a long way off.
Glenn is really stressing to me. I need to have about 200 cups of coffee sold per day to really make it. I am just completely dumbfounded as to how to get to that number. We've had pressurization issues. It might last 2 months, 3 months, 3 weeks, I don't know. We have a little bit of history with beating our espresso machine into submission. It just seems like it always wants to break on a Saturday or Sunday.
And then we'll just shoot this back?
I think we should shoot these back.
Yeah, here you go.
It's hot, don't shoot it back.
What is your peak times? Is it obviously early morning and late evening, or?
We tried to open up the cafe earlier, but the cocktail bar and the restrictions that entails. We open at 9 because that's when we're allowed to start selling the liquor. All right, Glenn, it's 2 o'clock. Time to lock it up.
You ready? Man. All right, 2 o'clock. She's closed. How do you make any money? It's 2 o'clock. I mean, in any business, you've got rent, you've got overhead, right? And if it's sitting idle, you're not making any money. To open at 9 and close at 2, that's your only window of time to make any money. You know, it just doesn't make any sense to me. Giselle's situation is even worse than I thought. Her revenue is down 53% since last year, and she's losing $4,300 a month. With her savings dwindling, she's down to just 3 weeks of cash in reserve. I'm not just out to save her business. The rest of Giselle's life will be determined by her success or failure over the next 27 days. We have 26 days to bail out Giselle, and I need hard numbers on what her business is worth today, as well as where we are for the opportunities for growth. I've asked a professional evaluator to come in and look at her financials so we know where we are now and how far we have to go.
You won't have big numbers to work with here, so it should be easy for you. Howdy, stranger.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing great.
All right. I have your valuation.
Okay.
More than anything, remember this. Okay, we're at the beginning stages, right? Why don't we have you take a look at this?
It's really hard to see that in black and white.
Why don't we have you take a look at this?
It's really hard to see that in black and white.
That's hard.
That's a hard number to see. So he evaluated the business at $25,000. And I mean, just cash alone, what I had to put into this business was twice that.
I believe in Giselle.
Yes.
I know so many children, they take from their parents and never want to give back. And I know Giselle's not that type of person.
Right.
She's more of a giver than a taker.
She's tried everything she knows to do to make it work, but apparently there was an ingredient missing.
I'm hoping that with Glenn coming on board, that it can definitely improve that.
The numbers never lie. No matter how much they're struggling financially, it is very common for the business owners to be surprised by how little their company is actually worth. It's often a fraction of what the business owner has invested. And that can be hard to accept. But it's critical to know the bottom line before you can turn things around. If you're gonna manage it, you have to measure it.
It's kind of depressing, honestly. I'm gonna use this number as fuel. I'm willing to get behind the work that Glenn is gonna expect of me.
Right now, the Tipsy Bean is upside down. Its current value is $25,000, which is nearly half of what she put into it. And Giselle is losing $4,300 a month. We need to get her out of the red and into the black. I want to set a profit target of $4,100 a month, which should bring her business valuation closer to $75,000. But there's a lot of work to be done. If she can do that, she'll be able to expand and invest in future growth, leading to more jobs and impacting the city on a whole. If Giselle wins, Erie wins. When I went undercover last year, no one knew I was a billionaire. So I got an insider's view into what it takes to live and work in Erie. But now my cover is blown. So I'm bringing in the next best thing, an industry expert to go undercover in my place.
Glenn?
Hey. My buddy TJ Fairchild owns a chain of coffee shops throughout the East Coast called Commonplace Coffee. He has his own product line, equipment sales, training, wholesale business, and a bakery that brings in almost $3 million a year in revenue.
It took many years for Commonplace Coffee to be a successful business. Glenn is bringing me in to help with Giselle's business because I've been down the exact same path she has. So I think that makes me uniquely qualified to help her be successful.
Giselle over at the Tipsy Bean, wonderful lady, okay, but she hasn't quite figured out how to connect with the community yet.
Got to get more people through the door. It seems like priority number one. I'm excited to meet her and see what's going on there.
I've left cameras at the Tipsy Bean to keep tabs on the operation while I'm not around. But what Giselle doesn't know is that I'm sending in my secret weapon, TJ, to get the full customer experience. TJ is a quiet assassin type. He's a man of few words, but make no mistake, he's a cunning businessman.
Hi, how's it going?
Hello. Excited to have a coffee.
Yeah.
What's the thing to try of your baked goods?
Well, everything is made in-house.
Could I try the peanut butter cookie?
Yeah.
I should take something back to my wife. Can you pick a pastry?
Well, I'll do the chocolate.
Drip coffee?
Drip coffee?
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought the coffee would taste better. I want to check her water temperatures, and I think we can get some sweetness out of the coffee that isn't there right now. Oh, that's good. It's yummy. Giselle obviously can make fantastic pastries. Her sweet pastries are wonderful, but the typical coffee shop patron will need at some level something savory and something a little heartier. Focusing on her bakery items will be an absolute gold mine for her for the future. Not exactly sure what's going on with the cocktail bar. I feel like it'd be better to have a big table there. Is this your shop?
French press this. It is, yeah.
Yeah, sweet.
My name's Giselle.
I'm TJ.
Nice to meet you, TJ. Is your first time in?
It is. It was always our dream to open a coffee shop one day.
Yeah.
But it just never happened.
And you still do it, though? I will help you. I will tell you what you need to know.
Why would you be kind like that?
Not as difficult as you think. If it's something you're serious about, take my card.
Get out of here.
I'm dead serious.
Why would you be so nice?
I love helping people start businesses.
It's very obvious to me that Giselle does a fantastic job of making people feel good when they walk in. Well, thanks so much for your card, and nice to meet you.
Absolutely. It was good to meet you, TJ.
All right, take care.
Have a good one.
Bye, Liz. Nice to meet you.
All right.
And she's ready. She's ready to go. She's obviously off the charts with welcome, hospitality, care. I'd love to see the coffee execution go up a little bit. We don't have to reinvent the wheel unless she wants to. You know, I'd love to see a savory pastry. Everything was sweet, so nothing's like really pairing well with the coffee. It's more like in contrast.
Okay, so then we'll be ready to go back in there. After you.
TJ?
TJ, you got a good memory.
What's TJ doing here?
Well, TJ is my buddy. He knows a thing or two about coffee.
What?
One day I might open a coffee shop.
Stop it.
TJ has spent 20 years opening coffee shops. So I brought him here because we have a little work to do.
So you can actually help me run a coffee shop.
TJ and I have all the information we need to create a roadmap for Tipsy Bean's success. Giselle has a lot of potential, but she needs to address 3 troubled areas that are holding her back. Step 1, focus on your moneymaker. Giselle should be selling about 200 cups of coffee a day, but her sales are barely a quarter of that because she's trying to do too much at once. She needs to dial up what's making her money and lose what's not. That means working on making a better cup of coffee and expanding her food options and getting rid of the cocktails so she can open up earlier. Her backyard is an incredible asset during this pandemic, and she needs to capitalize on it fast. Step 2, streamline for the bottom line. Giselle is losing money by not operating her shop efficiently. She needs to upgrade her temperamental equipment and organize her space to set up her shop for maximum productivity. Step 3, get out of the weeds. Giselle's your classic one-woman show. This is very common, where the owner thinks they need to do it all. She's still thinking like an employee who has a to-do list every day. She needs to leave the day-to-day operations to her staff and concentrate on bringing in more business any way she can. Giselle needs to be the rainmaker.
Honestly, I learned it wasn't a joke, I learned the night before how to make espresso because I finally found someone to come in and teach me.
Giselle has such a great personality. That's actually can be a liability more than an asset because she uses that personality to deflect a lot of the hard things that she doesn't want to deal with. This is serious. This isn't playtime. In a family-owned business, good communication is key.
You have all my grandsons. You got Jason right here, Taylor, Isaiah.
Giselle's expanding her cafe's seating capacity, which will drastically increase her revenue. Strongman Services is Giselle's construction company that she runs in addition to the Tipsy Bean. They're going to be the key to building the patio fast, using labor and supplies that she already has.
So we're getting started this morning on the patio, and my dad is currently leading the crew.
Had to do a lot of gravel, sand, stone, making sure they're level, making sure everything's square. And hopefully this is going to help expand Giselle's coffee shop by having the additional seating here.
I think the idea for utilizing the backyard space was really unique, not just for the cafe, but for my city. So I think it's going to be a great asset once we get this in.
Giselle's got a great product. While she's fixing the Tipsy Bean, she needs to think beyond just that one space. With the Strongman crew taking the lead on the backyard build, I decided that we should create a new target, selling her coffee line to a local chain of hotels. If she can get them to exclusively carry her product in their hotels, she's not only hooked a corporate client, she'll be able to also advertise directly to the out-of-town visitors, who will then stop by her coffee shop.
So Glenn has really inspired me to really start reaching out to these businesses that could really up-level the Tipsy Bean Cafe. So I'm here today at the Cobblestone Inn and Suites so that I can pitch the Tipsy Bean Cafe. I want to prove that his direction, his guidance has really sunk in, and I'm taking hold of it. This could be a total game changer. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. I'm Giselle with the Tipsy Bean Cafe. Are you all coffee drinkers?
Absolutely.
Yes. Just want to let you guys kind of take a sample of the coffee so that you know what we're dealing with here, so that you can actually showcase what's in the community. We've got our apple cider donuts, some cookies. We really focus on having some signature items.
Would you offer like smaller scaled bags of that?
There's different size options based on what your goal is going to be for that package.
Hook the big fish. Corporate clients are key to building a thriving business with a diverse revenue stream. A corporate partnership gets you a big, reliable paycheck that doesn't rest on the whims of individual consumers.
We love all your ideas. We're gonna have to probably meet on this next week, and then we'll move forward with getting back to you and seeing if we can pair something up.
Absolutely. I'm a bit disappointed. I think I've presented this well enough, so the fact that the corporate Marriott has to make that decision, just, who knows?
over to see Giselle. You know, she and I have to have a deep conversation about alcohol. What city ordinance are is if you serve alcohol, then you can't open before 9 a.m. And that's why she can't open her coffee shop until after 9. Hello, dear.
Hey,
How are you?
Going?
Good, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Having a good morning so far.
Yeah, good. Giselle's whole brand is built around coffee plus alcohol. But that's a gut call, not a sound business decision. She needs to make the decision based off of financial logic. If she ditches the alcohol, she can open earlier, sell more coffee, and expand her baked goods, the real moneymakers of her operation. All right.
All right, there you go.
Thank you. It feels like the morning rush is missed because of your alcohol. All right,
and the laws around that.
But I wanted to dig in and find out exactly how much are you actually making on the bar?
So when I went through and actually did the numbers, it comes out to 6.5% of our total revenue.
And this year, there was under $1,000 of alcohol.
The inspiration for the cafe being the Tipsy Bean was that we'd have a cocktail bar and a coffee bar.
Right, okay. But I mean, we go back to the one first thing we talked about, which was focus, right?
He believes we are not growing with the cocktail bar, but honestly, I am really attached to it. So I am a little frustrated, you know? No, more than a little. I'm a lot frustrated that the numbers I have to show him are so minuscule compared to the work and the money I've put into this thing.
Does it make sense to even have the alcohol? Let's face it, I mean, it's just not, it's just dead.
I want to do what's best for the business, long-term especially, and, you know, for me personally, you know.
Kill your darlings. Business owners often cling to failing products because of an emotional attachment. You've got to be willing to cut your losses when the concept isn't creating profit. That ability to think critically separates the true entrepreneurs from the wannabes.
I know the concept that I had, but does it work for this area or for this neighborhood? I'm not sure that that's the case. I'm feeling a little reluctant to lose some of the identity that I thought I was going to be building up with the Tipsy Bean. However, the numbers speak for themselves, and I'm not making money on this cocktail bar. So I need to try and let this go. What we gotta do right now is focus on what's gonna make us money, and that's gonna be coffee and food.
We should probably do a grand reopening or something, you know?
Honestly, I never did a grand opening,
No?
so this would be the first one.
There you go.
Yeah.
This is about her livelihood, and this is about her future. With time ticking away, Giselle needs an aggressive deadline to keep her focused. The relaunch will be an opportunity to show Erie just how far she's come, or it'll be a complete disaster. It's time for Giselle to tackle one of her major weaknesses, her total lack of marketing. It's common for struggling businesses to forget about selling themselves to the community, but it's absolutely necessary to bring in new customers.
Well, I think this is Giselle right here.
Hey, I recognize you.
Hi, Giselle. I'm Matt.
So today, I'm gonna be meeting with Matt from Apex Drop. I think the current marketing that we have at Tipsy Bean is pretty lacking. I literally have had no time for that, but Glenn wants me to focus on a new strategy. I am excited to see what he can do for the Tipsy Bean.
Matt Sanders was one of my first friends in Erie. He was key to getting Underdog off the ground last year. He now runs operations at Apex Drop, an Erie company that specializes in connecting the city's businesses with local social media influencers to up their profiles and bring in new customers.
It's great to finally meet you.
I know, yeah, officially.
This is Allie. She's one of our best salespeople. I wanted to make sure she got to come in and meet you. We pulled together some analysis, but I'm going to let Allie take it away.
Well, we're really going to be focusing today on your relaunch.
Okay.
Have you ever worked with influencers before?
I'd like to think I am one, because I mean, soon everyone's gonna have purple hair. That's the thing.
There you go.
Purple is my brand, purple is my life, purple is my soul's color.
Some things that we're hoping to do around a relaunch is get some Erie influencers here, have them come in, share a story, share a post about their food, and drive the traffic as hard as we can into the store
It's really
as
just
you're
giving them
rebranding.
the opportunity to fall in love with the place.
Exactly,
I like
exactly.
that. I know that every single business is always built on word of mouth, but this concept of the influencers, first I didn't even know they existed, let alone how they can help a business grow and build. I can't believe that I have potentially lost out on this much business. With the relaunch, I want to focus on the fact that we're transitioning out of cocktails, moving towards coffee, food, full bakery. The patio as a draw for outdoor entertainment. We'll be opening up earlier, so we'll be able to encourage that early morning traffic. So those are some of the main points of focus, I think, at this point.
By working with influencers to highlight your business, you reach not only their network, but you also reach their friends' networks. It's a marketing tool that pays big dividends.
Now, being an entrepreneur means recognizing an opportunity and seizing it. One of those opportunities today is cryptocurrency. The underlying blockchain technology has numerous applications. Smart contracts alone are estimated to be a $50 trillion market. I want to help you in taking advantage of this opportunity by giving you $25 in free Bitcoin. That is the welcome bonus that you receive when you open an account with Nexo. Nexo is an online platform that lets you use your crypto without selling them by allowing you to borrow against your crypto. Unlike other platforms, they provide you with security with their real-time audit and two-factor authentication. Getting your free Bitcoin is simple. You deposit $100 into your account, and when you're verified, you'll unlock your Bitcoin after 30 days. Now, if you don't like the volatility of crypto, you can always exchange them for stable coins and earn 9% interest, which is far better than what you get on saving accounts with the bank, while having similar liquidity. So they have something for everyone. Start earning today by clicking the link in the description. Now, let's get back to the video.
Giselle's capitalizing on their outdoor space. It's key to trying to reach our target valuation of $75,000.
There's quite a bit still left to do, but hey, that's why we're here. We're here to get it done, and yeah, put on late night.
I'm really trying to hone in on focusing this business in the right direction that is called expansion. It's stressful. It's a lot of sleep lost right now, but I know it's gonna be worth it.
It's day 25 of the Tipsy Bean, and Giselle is focusing all of her energy on getting ready for the big relaunch tomorrow morning.
I'm trying to really pull in any help that I can get from all of my supporters, you know, friends, family, everybody. So I'm not alone, but I'm definitely running on E. And by E, I mean I'm running on espresso. What up?
Giselle.
TJ.
I was wondering if you could give me a hand with something.
I can. Look at you in your official little van here.
I need a hand getting something out of here.
Dude, is this mine?
Your espresso machine and your espresso grinder both need some work. So, best thing to do,
Like not catching on fire?
let's get a new one.
Ah!
And this is a gift from Commonplace.
What? 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 Yes, no! Holy...
Commonplace Coffee decided to donate an espresso machine and an espresso grinder to Giselle so that she can make the best coffee possible in her cafe. Spending time with Giselle, I was very impressed. She's made difficult decisions and went through a lot of stress and sweat and hard work, but she did it. So to be able to offer her a gift and to be able to contribute to this business is really heartwarming and exciting to me.
Holy crap, it's in! It's huge! Oh my God!
With her top-of-the-line equipment and an eager staff, it's time to get to work on perfecting her coffee game.
Right before the tamp, we just want to make all of this coffee even.
Okay.
We don't want any peaks and valleys in the
Okay.
coffee.
Oh my God, it's so freaking creamy looking. That is gorgeous. Oh my gosh.
Pour right in the center of the cup and pour just barely faster than feels comfortable. Faster, faster, faster. Oh, that's gorgeous.
Is it?
Half the battle is just putting all of that.
Oh my God, that's so good. I could not have asked for a better mentor, a better friend. I would never have expected him to do something like this.
Giselle's new efficient espresso machine will help push her shop's productivity through the roof. But she's running out of time to get everything done before her relaunch at 7 a.m. tomorrow.
I'm exhausted. I am overwhelmed. So we have just hired Lacey, and I'm so excited to have her on board with us now. Don't worry, by the end of today, you will be making lattes. All right, so this will be the drawing one. He's got rags everywhere for a purpose, right? So.
Look at that. That is so beautiful.
Woo!
You did it.
Hey.
What up, Glenn?
How are you?
Good. It's kind of crazy around here if you didn't notice.
I can tell. What's happening? Giselle is stressed, but this is what it's about. I mean, being an entrepreneur, it gets down to the stressful periods where you have to kind of overcome them, and then you get really proud of what you've done.
So we're gonna keep the sweets over here. We're gonna do the savories over here.
How do you feel about getting to the 200 cups of coffee a day?
So I don't know that we're gonna get it on the lunch tomorrow, but we're gonna try. I think the goal that Glenn has set forward for me of 200 cups of coffee a day is very, very difficult, but we're gonna try and do everything to make Glenn proud.
I've been so impressed by Giselle. She just needed a plan and to focus, and she's really running with it. So for one final surprise, I asked my friend Chris Trott to help rearrange Giselle's appliances so she can finally have one new, efficient kitchen.
Woo! Chris, you're a magician!
Yes!
Woo! I feel like I'm about to have a kitchen. This has been a long journey, and I am just a well of emotions. Time is ticking. I have like 12 hours left. I am not sleeping tonight. I don't even know how I'm gonna get all this accomplished.
The clock is ticking. It is louder than I've ever heard a clock, and I am afraid that we're not gonna get to most of the things that we need to get to by the end of this.
The pressure is incredible because if I don't pull this off correctly, the Tipsy Bean will not make it. I have no plan B. Being in business is my only option. The pressure is on.
Brand identity is everything when you're trying to stand out from the crowd. And that sign is sending the wrong message. Telling us that it's a cafe is what it's all about.
And not a shoe store.
And not a shoe store.
Let's change our signage and communicate that. I am so excited. We're gonna have some actual roadside marketing that says Tipsy Bean Cafe. People will stop bringing their shoes into my cafe. That will be fantastic. Hey, the sign's about to go up. I wanted you to be a part of it. Wait for it, wait for it. Look at it, do you see it? Oh, look at it, do you see it? Holy crap, I have a sign on my building. Like, I have a lit up, amazing sign. People can find me. This is like a missing piece of the puzzle to my success.
It's awesome.
Yeah!
It's relaunch day at the new and improved Tipsy Bean Cafe. And we've set a goal of 200 cups of coffee, 10 times what Giselle used to sell in a day. But after weeks of hard work, upgrades, and aggressive marketing, there still doesn't appear to be much interest.
What can I get you, dear?
An almond and vanilla latte large.
Thanks for stopping in today on our relaunch. Lovely to see you. You're welcome. Enjoy. Good morning.
Could I get a medium cappuccino, please?
Thank you for coming in today.
Hello, dear.
Hey, Glenn. How's it going?
How are you?
Busy, thankfully.
There are so many people coming in and out of the store. They all want coffee. They all want good food. But it's hard to keep up with everybody. It's insane how fast everything moves.
RJ, what's happening, man? How you doing?
Good, how are you?
All right. She's probably stressed. Man.
I asked her what time she got to sleep last night. She said about midnight, 1 o'clock, so
There you go.
My team got here at 7. We've already had a few influencers come through and get some pictures.
Good.
Yeah.
The turnout right now in the cafe is just incredible. I haven't seen it like this in over a year. I absolutely love the response that the community has had to our new hours. I am so glad that this was the decision that we made with Glenn. I believe it really is the right direction. Not only is today so important for me, but it's so important for me to show Glenn that all of his time and investment is really gonna pay off, and I wanna make him proud.
Giselle's work with Matt and his team to lure in social media influencers has clearly paid off. The Tipsy Bean Cafe is being splashed across every corner of the web, which will help Giselle bring in even more business. Her stunning new patio is already attracting new customers, doubling her seating capacity and giving the town of Erie a brand new outside cafe space, something it desperately needed.
Your yard looks beautiful. I can't wait to go out.
Oh, thank you.
And by removing the cocktail program and expanding the bakery menu, Giselle has focused her concept on the items that make her the most money.
She makes custom gluten-free cakes. We don't have that here, anywhere in the city.
This is like the little gym.
Anything else over here?
How you doing on sales? Where are you right now?
That's way over the number of people we normally have.
It's 975% over.
We might not have gotten to the 200 cups, that was our goal, but we are really close. And I'm really proud of that. I know in the future, we're going to reach that 200 cup goal, especially now that we've added savory items to our baked goods.
I don't think the Tipsy Bean has ever been this busy. I mean, it's bustling. People have smiles on their faces. I mean, that's what it's supposed to be. That is exactly what I think Giselle thought of when she wanted to open this place. Now she's got the opportunity, and she has to keep this momentum going. It's day 27, and it's time to give Giselle her new valuation. But there's one more piece of information I need. Will the Cobblestone Inn agree to carry Tipsy Bean products? Hi, Bill. You there?
Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. You remember Bill?
Hi, Bill. Yes.
We were extremely excited to have you in the hotel for your presentation. We thought you did an amazing job.
Thank you.
We think this is a potential great opportunity for us to support other local Erie businesses. We would like to be able to carry your product in our lobbies of the hotel. Think about that.
All right.
This is crazy. I mean, this opportunity is what's going to take the Tipsy Bean Cafe to the next level. And I think finally we'll realize some true success.
We've worked hard over the last 27 days, and it's paid off. You made a real impact on the amount of people coming through the doors. You took out that alcohol that wasn't helping and to hit the prime time hours. That's very important. Now people are going to work and being able to pick up a cup of coffee or have something to eat. You connected to local influencers to raise your profile in the community and created this amazing backyard space, increasing your capacity from 14 seats to 24, leading to an increase of over 900% in your revenue. You've changed your whole kitchen. You were so inefficient going from building to building. Your equipment was so old, but now you have a full functioning kitchen.
Right.
You know, now you're in hotels. I mean, you have a strategic alliance with Cobblestone Inn and Suites.
Yes, so exciting.
That's amazing.
I cannot wait to work with them.
It's amazing what someone can get done in 27 days. And you've taken your business, all right? That was from 25,000. You have increased your value, okay?
Oh my gosh.
By $85,000, okay?
What?
Your new valuation is $110,000.
What?
By that focus in 27 days.
That's crazy. I'm floored to quadruple the value of my business valuation in less than a month. I am just wicked proud of myself.
Such a short period of time.
I can't wait to tell my parents. Hey, you won't believe this. The business valuation went from $25,000 to $110,000 in 27 days. That's crazy. It's like nuts. My parents, they got me the money that we needed to get the cafe open. And now I can not just pay them back, I will be able to send them on vacation and send them to retirement pay off their second mortgage because I believe the cafe has that potential now.
Thank you so much for everything.
Hey, her valuation went from $25,000 to $110,000, which is $35,000 more than our original goal of $75,000. And her new projected profit has increased to $4,300 a month. You have now gone from surviving to thriving. Think about it.
And if I could do that in 27 days, good Lord, what can I do in the next 6 months?
Oh, you can.
Let's get out of here. Get to work.
Get to work. Giselle, how you doing?
Glenn, hello. I'm doing amazing. We were double in sales immediately from the first day. But since then, we have tripled and almost quadrupled some days. We're just having such a great response with the patio. The community absolutely loves it. It's all the buzz on our social media. People immediately wanted to start hosting parties, small gatherings of birthday parties and such.
Few little things that can make the biggest difference.
I cannot thank you enough.
I feel great, and I'm real happy for you, Giselle.
Thank you so much.
My name is Glenn Stearns, and with hard work, I'm worth a load of money. No, I'm not gonna say that. Last year, I took the ultimate challenge. I gave up my name, money, and contacts and went undercover. I took $100 and built a business worth $750,000 in just 90 days.
Yeah.
Proving the American dream is still alive. But since then, everything has changed. This pandemic has decimated small businesses. I'm going back to Erie. Last year, I fell in love with the city to save as many businesses as I can, including my very own Underdog Barbecue. But if we can't figure this out, I might sell the company. I believe that everyone's got a chance to make a comeback, just like I did. I came from nothing. I failed 4th grade and fathered a child at age 14. You never know what kind of potential someone has. Giselle, it's Glenn. The average small business only has 27 days of cash reserves. So I'm giving them exactly that to make a profit.
You show me what to do, I'll do it.
I found my American dream. Now I'm on a mission to help others reclaim theirs. I have your valuation.
What?